Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're actually looking at the third batch of cards. This does not include every single card that we know of. This is only including a batch of the English released ones so far. There are a heap that were leaked from the magazine, and I think there was a couple more like other language website ones that have been announced, and I'll get to those at some point. But obviously if you watch my channel update video, you'll see that I'm currently not going to be able to cover any more than these cards from now on for the rest of this month, so that's kind of unfortunate. I will probably do a roundup of cards once I'm able to, and hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy that. Otherwise, we'll get right into this one and check this out. So the first card here is Peace Weaver, a 3-drop 3/2 Havencraft silver follower. It has Ward and Fanfare. Put a Holy Lion Crystal into your hand. Holy Lion Crystal we'll look at in right now, so why not? Holy Lion Crystal is a 2-drop bronze. It's a Havencraft spell. Doesn't mention that it's a token. Usually tokens are listed as such, so this may also be counted as a normal spell that you can actually put into your Haven deck. So this is similar to Jade from Hearthstone, where if once you play one, it accumulates an effect. So summon a Holy Shield Lion. If you've played 3 to 5 other Holy Lion crystals this match, summon a Holy Plate Lion instead. If you've played at least 6 other Holy Lion crystals, summon a Holy King Lion instead. Enhance 5, put a Holy Lion Crystal into your hand. Pretty good. It's self-recyclable, which is nice, and it just stacks really well. So the Holy Shield Lion is a 2-drop 2/2, so since that is a 2-drop spell, that's actually half decent because it is just a standard 2-drop 2/2 that has other potential effects, which is always a good boost. The Holy Plate Lion is a 4-drop 4/4, so once you do increase past the, I think, what did it say, we'll take another look. 3. Once you increase past 3, you've now got a 2-drop 4/4 that you get out of it. And then so on, once you get up to the 6 kind of levels, you have a 4/4 Storm, which is awesome. So this gives some potential to Haven to really give some interesting cards and decks. I would love to see this as a kind of a laner deck thing where you can actually play a bunch of followers and boost them with healing. That would be pretty impressive, and I believe there's one of these cards here, this one, Temple of Holy Lion, which is Fanfare. Put a Holy Lion Crystal into your hand. Whenever a Holy Lion Crystal is played, recover 1 play point. So this one actually recovers play points, which is good. So if you combo this with a decent healing deck or something, you could potentially play, say on turn 4, you can play double lions into another one, basically, if you have 3. But I doubt you'll be able to get 3 into your hand unless it's really lucky and you draw all 3, or you just have a really good setup. But that is a potential, I guess, where you could get that to go off really effectively. Then we have Valse Magical Marksman. This is a 3-drop 2/2 Swordcraft Officer. Fanfare. Choose. Put either a Holy Pure Bomb or Fatal Spell Bomb into your hand. And then we have the Fatal Spell Bomb being a 1-drop spell. Destroy enemy follower with 3 defense or less. And the Holy Pure Bomb, a 5-drop spell, banish an enemy follower or amulet. This one is having its art reworked, I believe. If you've seen the announcement from Shadowverse and Side Games themselves, the actual background art was plagiarized from a Magic the Gathering card. I may go over that in a future video, but at the moment they're sorting it out, so we'll just kind of leave it there for that one. Just keep in mind it'll probably be a slightly different art for this one. Then Moon and Sun, 3-drop legendary spell. I think this is the first legendary spell that you can place in your deck, I believe. I believe that's the case. If it's not the first, it's the second. I'm not 100%, but I know you can get legendary spells out of other cards, such as Prince of Darkness and Grail. Both of those can give legendary spells, of course, but I think overall this is the first one you can just place in your deck, which is really interesting. So anyway, Moon and Sun is obviously the cover legendary for this set. And it's a choose, summon either an Amaterasu or a Tsukiyomi, enhance 7, give the follower +3/+3. So Tsukiyomi is a 3-drop 3/1 clash, deal 1 damage to an enemy leader. Last word, put a Moon and Sun into your hand. So not bad. It's basically infinite recyclable unless it gets banished, which I'm guessing Haven's going to be the arch nemesis for this card. And then 3-drop Amaterasu. I mean, 2/2 isn't bad, especially on a card like this. Clash, restore 1 defense to your leader is pretty good. I can see this card in particular working in some kind of Alina Unlimited decks. But as for rotation, I think this has some good potential in Dragon as well, with the versatility and being just a really solid card. It also carries the same last word to put us on a moon, so they're basically an infinitely recyclable spell, so that's always nice, and really can take the place of Carrot, which is cool, and just overall really interesting one. I really love what they've done with this card. Then we have Alman, a 3-drop 2/3. So this is a Fanfare Enhanced 7, gain +4/+0, and Ambush. Yeah, not the best card. It's definitely a card, but don't know what to really say about that one overall. It's Alman. That's all we can really say for it. Then we have Elusa, Magic Wonderkind, a 3-drop 2/3, which is super interesting. I mean, the Involve is a summon an Imperial Mammoth and give it Rush, banish it at the start of your next turn, perform Earthright, give it Ward. So it's kind of using the puppet mechanic in the sense that it doesn't actually get rid of itself until the next turn, so you can use it as a defensive play, which is always cool, but otherwise it's just an interesting one. Maybe not that potent, but interesting. Then we have Cruel Puppeteer, a 4-drop 3/3 bronze Portalcraft card. Clash, put a puppet into your hand, and then it's just the same as the unevolved form. So this one's just a infinite puppet generator if it can stay on board. I mean, Clash, puppet, pretty cool. 4-drop 3/3 though, stat line feels a bit awkward, so I don't know if that one's really going to take off much unless we see some really good puppet support. Then we have Summon Bloodkin. This is a direct reprint of the other original Summon Bloodkin. This one, I believe the way they're going to do it is that Summon Bloodkin is basically becoming a basic card, so it can be used in both rotation and unlimited for as long as at least this set is in here, and this is basically an alt art for the card. Don't have full confirmation on all those details. I'm sure there'll be some form of announcement for it in the future on how this works 100%, but basically just keep in mind Summon Bloodkin can now be used in rotation, and you're still only limited to 3 in unlimited, so it's an interesting thing to do, and it'd be nice to see some other cards get this treatment, especially staple bronze and silver cards that were kind of good and served a nice purpose that weren't too overpowered. Then we get Valkyrie of the Order, a 2-drop 2/2 neutral, Fanfare Enhance 5, gain +2/+2, Fanfare Enhance 8, gain +3/+3. So this one is similar to Bad that you actually get all fanfares, so all the fanfares will activate as they progress. So at the best, you're getting an 8-drop 7/7, which is pretty good. At the worst, you're getting a 2-drop 2/2. So I like its versatility. I think mainly this card's versatility is handy in Take 2. Outside of that, I don't think it's that great. I think overall there are better cards out there, and you could probably do better in most decks. Then we have Tartman. I'm sorry that most of these ones will be cut off at the bottom. I will read them out to you so you know what they are. In this case, Tartman has an evolve effect of return an enemy follower to the opponent's hand. This is neutral, so it can be returned to any player's hand, which is awesome. Super interesting, honestly. Tartman's art is also pretty crazily weird, and I think giving the ability to return enemy followers to every single class is definitely an interesting way to go, but as an evolve effect, I don't think it'll see a lot of play. Then we see the gold drop. This will be Portal for puppets, so keep that one in mind. This is a 7-drop 4/4 gold Zwei. I'm really bad at pronouncing. Anyway, Murderer's Puppet. This obviously being Orkia's sister, or copy, if you know any of the lore. Super interesting. Anyway, this one is a Fanfare Summon a Victoria. We'll look at Victoria in a second. Evolve, give an allied Victoria the ability to attack 2 times per turn. So the Victoria is a 3-drop 3/1. So you are summoning it, so it's basically free in that sense. Whenever this follower attacks an enemy follower, deal X damage to the follower before it can deal any damage in return. X equals this follower's attack. So not bad, especially with the previous card. It definitely works out in a nice combination, especially if you can attack twice with Rush. That could provide some interesting support. And I've just got the actual owl art stuff for the evolve and that we were showing from the Shadowverse video, which you can go check out. Obviously, Shadowverse is in the link in the description below anyway, so you can definitely check that out there. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If there are any other smaller announcements, if there's enough of them before I'm unable to make these videos in the next like 24 hours or so, I'll make sure to try and get that out to you guys. Otherwise, you can check my Twitter, where I'll probably leave links to anything I find, or you can check out the Shadowverse Discord, where we have a whole section dedicated to the new cards that are coming out, and we'll always keep that up to date and churning out. Also, Reddit has their own post of card reveals. I don't know how up to date that is or how often it gets updated, but that's also there if you guys want to check that one out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.